Back again at the thrift store, a different thrift store. Trying my luck out at this one. You never know what's going to be there until you show up and see. First encountered this Thriller t-shirt. I was hoping it was vintage. It's not. It's $6.96 for a used shirt. While I do like Thriller, had to pass. I head over to the Bric Brac. Their glassware isn't as extensive as Goodwill, and I think that's because they actually turn away glassware. There was this piece. It was 1886, not 1776. We know how I always find the bicentennial. I took a look at that. This was a rather nice piece. No breaks, no chips, but... So back to this. It's a Fostoria glass, and not that desired. It has a coin print on the sides, so you have 27, 14.99, etc. That stayed on the shelf. To the Knickknacks. I love this section. I wish I would have looked at that white owl. I completely missed it while filming. They have a plethora of precious moments here, similar to Goodwill. Someone must have decided it's time to get rid of my collection, and off to the thrift store it goes. This poor guy. This is a Hummel. I believe this is the top to a little trinket dish, and there were several breakages, chips, cracks, and they were asking almost $7, so he stayed on the shelf too. There's a lot of nice functional tchotchkes here to decorate your shelves with. I spied this guy and I thought, he actually looks pretty neat. It is a teapot, and he is from the store Linens and Things, if you remember that. I completely forgot about it. So I brought him down just so I could do a little closer look-see to see if there were any breakages. And he was actually only $1.91. He was marked down, clearance price. So checking him over, I did see this mark on his boot. I couldn't tell if it was a chip. I believe it is, and they kind of filled it in with black marker or paint, but I honestly didn't notice it the first time I looked at it. So I thought, well, $1.91, why don't we take a little look? And he's actually on Etsy for $140. He's also on eBay for $140, and there is another one that is listed for I think around $80, but they wrote in marker on the bottom of the teapot eBay, and the bottom looks pretty rough. So $140, is it worth it? For $1.91, I'll pick it up. Off I go to the Christmas section and look at this. What is this? I have never seen a ceramic tree with mice on it before. The paint job, well, it was painted in the 80s, so what are you gonna do? But what, unbelievable. I looked over and I looked over, trying to find the price. There are several chips to the tree, to the mice, but never have I ever witnessed a vintage ceramic tree with the mice on it before. I looked this over a few times until I finally found the price, which was, I think, $24. I think it was. That looks like a 2-4. I don't think it's 24 cents, so I'm pretty sure it was $24. Now, I have purchased trees from here before, but not a mouse tree. The mice trees, prices are all over. I think it depends on the paint job. The white tree on eBay sold for over $100, and the other green trees, they seem to sell between the $30 and $50 range. So picking it up for $24 to resell, not so much. To add to your collection, that's a pretty good price. Off to the toys. These poor Cabbage Patch. I need to learn more about Cabbage Patch dolls. I still have all mine from when I was little, but I know pricing varies depending on, you know, tags, signatures, etc. And look who we found. Snuggle. I'm trying to find the tag. Good old Snuggle. The great marketing for laundry softener, laundry detergent. Now, some Snuggle Bears can do rather well. I think it depends on the maker. I think it depends on the size. This one was a big one. I'm trying to find the tag. $2.92. It was made by Russ Berry, very popular brand. And so I thought, well, let me take a look and see. So unfortunately, this Snuggle Bear, he does sell for maybe around $20 to $30. So to ship it, to clean it, and he was missing his ear tag too, so hopefully someone else will pick up Snuggle and snuggle with him. This section of the thrift store always has just a mishmash. You have patterns, but are they all there? I have no idea. How much they are, I don't even know that. Pantyhose. Now let me tell you, the last time that I bought pantyhose in the store, it was expensive. Probably over $10. So if you need pantyhose, go to the thrift store because it's going to be so much cheaper. Does everyone remember these geese, these goose, these ducks? Geese, goose, ducks, these ducks. They were so popular in the 90s. I think they even had cookie jars, but I was still fascinated by the pantyhose. Maybe should have scanned some just to see if any were worth selling on eBay. Also remember these, the rug kits. They were very popular too. I made a few of those myself back in my day. The housewares, just a variety. I spotted a cast iron pan. It was only $6.96. So of course I'm going to take a look to see if it's marked. It is not marked. Now there are unmarked Griswolds, Wagner's, but I have no idea. But for $6.96, I mean, if you need a cast iron pan, to me that seems like a pretty good price. Clean it up, season it, and you're good to go. But pots, pans usually have knives, forks, etc. here. I have found Pyrex here, but at a pretty penny and sometimes in poor condition. Lovely pots, not La Crusette though, a cheap brand. And of course, no thrift trip would be complete without going to the clothes just to see what they have. Now, this thrift store is much cheaper than Goodwill. You know, you could still buy a shirt for $1.99 or less depending on if it's on sale that day, except for this one. This was $12.99 and I believe it was only that much because the original price tag of $30 was still on it. But yeah, all the red on this day was half off, so find one that's $1.99. It's going to cost you about $1 to buy, so I don't think you can beat that when you're thrifting for clothing. And that concludes my thrift trip. I found a totally different style of ceramic Christmas tree, one that I've never seen before. We found a teapot from Linens and Things and a few other hits and misses. If you were out and about at your local thrift, I hope you find something great, or perhaps you'll just find some lessons along the way in what items are really worth. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you all next time for the next adventure here at Paper and Moose.